Hey, what's up, Silver Stackers? Thanks so much for being here. This is Silver Slayer. You do not want to miss my giveaway. I promise, if you knew what the prizes were for my giveaway that is still open, you would not miss it for the world. You don't want to. You're going to regret it if you don't enter. So the link is in the description or the pinned comment. Now, why did you get into silver stacking? A lot of us probably entered because we don't trust banks. We don't trust the government. We know the inevitable collapse of the corrupt financial system, and we just want to take control of our wealth. And that requires specific types of silver. You know, there's silver for all different types of strategies, and I definitely think that the prepper SHTF person that's trying to just take control is one of the larger majorities. And I want to talk about the best type of silver for that, which, in my opinion, is junk silver. Constitutional silver, 90% silver. Now, yes, there are other options like maybe generic rounds or even eagles to some extent. I'll talk about those other two, but constitutional silver, aka junk silver, makes the most sense for several different reasons. One, and this is the biggest reason, is that you can get fractional silver out of it without paying the premiums of fractional coins or rounds that you would buy on AppMex. See, think about it like this. Let's say you're going to be trading or bartering and all you have are 1 ounce coins or even 5 ounce bars or something, but you want to trade for something that's less than an ounce. What are you going to do? Take a chainsaw to that coin, to that bar? No. Junk silver is perfect for that reason. Plus, it's government backed, where if you have like a 10th ounce round, unless you're a true silver stacker, you're not going to know who Sunshine Mint is or Volcambi. So government backed coins always are the better option compared to generics, especially if you're investing into silver for SHTF or prepping. So there's another reason. Constitutional silver by far is the most underrated type of silver. Not only is it a perfect way to get fractional silver for cheaper, because you got to remember, 10th ounce rounds, they still have to stamp those coins, so the premiums are a lot higher and more expensive. But it also is history. They don't make it anymore, right? Pre 1965. So that means that less will be in circulation over time as coin roll hunters find them or stackers just keep them to themselves. If you want an idea of that numismatic value that can grow over time, look at Morgans. Morgans stopped being produced in 1921. So they have, a 40-year gap on junk silver, but Morgans have numismatic value now. They're collectible. Junk silver in 40 years and probably less will take that same route. So you're almost buying a strictly bullion coin that is going to turn into a semi-numismatic coin eventually. They don't make it anymore. But you do got to be careful when you are buying junk silver online, because some people will overprice it. And another tricky thing that people will take advantage of, especially for beginners on eBay, is they won't go buy a troy ounce. They'll go buy an actual ounce. A troy ounce is 31 grams. An actual ounce is 28. And a lot of newbies don't know that. So they'll sell their listings in terms of ounces, but cut that 3 grams short. They'll also just overprice the coins completely. Now, I'm going to teach you an equation so you know exactly how much silver is in that listing of if they go by face value. And if they don't, you could still know exactly how much actual silver is inside. So you can compare that to spot price and see if you're getting a good deal. A lot of people don't know this equation, and this will guarantee you actually know if you're getting a good deal from those coins. Because remember, constitutional silver is 90%. Right? There's 90% silver inside of those coins. So here's the equation. You go by face value times 0.715. So let's say you want $15 $15 face value. And even if they don't show it like that, you can do the math, if you have 4 quarters, that's $1. So you do 15 times 0.715. That means there's 10.725 ounces of actual silver that's in that. And then you can compare 10 ounces to, spot price, and you get an idea of how much silver that is compared to, 10 ounces of bullion, of eagles, or whatever, 10 eagles or a 10-ounce bar. A lot of people don't know that equation. It's face value times 0.715, and 0.715 is because that's 90% silver inside. That's 90%. So that equation has helped me through a lot of avoid a lot of bad purchases, and also help me understand and know when a good deal is in front of me. Because remember, there are Morgans that are being sold on eBay, and since there is some semi numismatic value to them now, people are taking advantage and overpricing the coins, especially since condition does matter, especially on Morgans. You got key dates, but Morgans are the coin that I think has the trickiest market attached, and that's why I would avoid those at all costs. When I talk about junk silver, I'm talking about Mercury dimes, Walking Liberty half dollars, which those are my two favorite. But you also have Barber quarters, which those are also my favorite. Barber dimes, which I also love. I mean, there's a lot of different types of junk silver out there. So just know what you like, but also don't get ripped off. Use that equation all the time. If you don't use that equation, you are much more susceptible to getting ripped off. It's very easy to see a listing and just think to yourself, "Oh, that sounds like a good deal." Right? That sounds like a good deal, but it's truly not. Now, there's another way that there's a I guess an analogy I like to use to show the timeless aspect of junk silver and silver in general. And this is also why a lot of preppers, and I guess a lot of silver stackers in general, invest into silver. This is the best way I can explain why we invest into silver. Here it goes. And you might have heard me say this before, but if you haven't, I'm saying this because I want as many people to know as possible. A Walking Liberty half dollar could get you a gallon of gas back in the day, right? Because 50 cents for a gallon of gas. A Walking Liberty half dollar can still get you a gallon of gas today. Silver Slayer gas isn't 50 cents, it's $5. Well, let's say I had two Walking Liberty half dollars in my pocket. Back in the day, I'd pull into the gas station, fill my tank with one of those, but I still have an extra one in my pocket. Let's say I drove out of that gas station, went into a portal, and ended up back in today's time at that same gas station, but gas is $5. I could still get that same gallon of gas, and actually more. What do you mean, Silver Slayer? Well, I could take that Walking Liberty half dollar, get out of my car, walk to the local coin shop, sell it for $10, and get myself 2 gallons of gas. That's the timeless aspect. Back in the day, that coin was used for the face value, but today, that coin would be used for the metal inside of it. That's why I always try to tell you guys, regardless of what the price tag attached to it is, the value is the 1 ounce or the however much silver is inside of it. A Mercury dime had 10 cents of silver inside of it. A Walking Liberty has 50 cents of silver inside of it. But since silver is timeless, over time, it holds its value, and what you can get with that silver is essentially the same. But over time, if you're keeping it in fiat, since inflation is a real thing or hyperinflation, what you can get is less and less and less. But if you keep your money in silver, it's essentially timeless. That's the best way I can explain to people that aspect of how truly timeless silver is. It's like putting your money in a time capsule, and I guess that analogy fits it because but regardless, there's many different reasons that people stack. I'm sure a large majority of you are investing as the SHTF prepper. I'm not going all apocalyptic doomsday, but it doesn't have to be like that. Maybe you're just someone who is preparing, or just having a safety net in emergency situations. It is also good to know what silver you would let go of first. Let's say you lose your job or your car breaks down and you don't have enough funds, so you need to sell some silver. Do you know what silver you would let go of first? Have you ever thought of that? And if you haven't, you should think about that, because if you're just going to be put in that situation on the spot, that's how panic selling happens. Impulse buying and panic selling, two worst things, and that's from a lack of preparation. So let's say you're very stressed, your car broke down, you don't know what to do, so you just grab some silver without even thinking it through, and you sell some silver that you really shouldn't have, or you could have sold another type of silver in your stack, or another bar or something. Think about what silver you would let go of first. It's another good thing to just help prepare yourself, right? We're preparing, we're prepping. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Let me know if you invest into junk silver, and how much of it do you have? I mean, do you have 15% junk? I mean, do you buy it often, or is it something that you should start buying and that you want to start buying? Or maybe you didn't think about it until you saw this video. Let me know. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. Go enter my giveaway. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.